dawn of time, there was no land, only sky above and sea below. A lone bird traversed this boundless world, wings beating steady in search of solid ground to call her own. She glided over endless blue, the wind tugging at her feathers. Riding thermal currents, she sought brief relief, each uplift the quiet gift. The sun gleamed like molten gold on her plumage, and every sweep spoke of resilience and hope. Below, the sea stretched wide, calm and glassy, other times roaring with waves eager to swallow her. Fatigue crept in, muscles throbbed, lungs burned. Her heartbeat matched the rhythm of the horizon, an endless dance between gravity pulling her earthward and pushing her skyward. Still, tiredness claimed its hold. She yearned to rest.
At first, the bird longed for rest, but the world offered no refuge, only endless sea and sky. Clever as she was, the bird hatched a bold plan. She whispered deceit to the sea, claiming that the sky planned to drown it. Then, she flew to the sky, telling it that the sea intended to overwhelm its realm. Her scheming stirred both into turbulence. The sea raged with monstrous waves, and the sky roared with thunder, lightning, and pouring rain. As the chaos escalated, the sky retaliated. To restrain the sea's fury, it cast down colossal boulders, rocks, and islands crashing into the abyss, their weight anchoring the sea. Slowly, the tumult subsided. Land emerged across the waters, surface after surface, island after island, forming a patchwork that divided the sea and sky, holding the waves in check forevermore. With the coral quailed and islands in place, the sky finally granted the weary bird what she had long sought. Thus were the islands born land masses against which the waves now break, never again able to rise as high as the sky. The bird, triumphant and at last at rest, perched on solid ground, her clever strategy forging the geography of the world.
Soon, the sea breeze and the mountain wind collided in the open sky. Where their forces met, something extraordinary happened. A magical bamboo was born, glimmering as it floated gently across the ocean surface. Not long after, a curious bird flew down to the shore, searching for something to eat. As he hopped along the sand, he noticed something unusual drifting near the water's edge, a bamboo stalk, unlike any he had seen before. Intrigued, the bird pulled it ashore and began to examine it closely. Its surface was smooth and warm, humming faintly with energy. With the sharp tilt of his head, bird gave it a peck. The bamboo split open. To the bird's amazement, from within the stalk emerged two figures, a strong man and a beautiful woman, standing tall as if awakened from a long sleep. They stepped onto the land, their presence calm yet powerful, as though nature itself had shaped them. Not long after their emergence into the world, a tender romance began to blossom between Malakas and Maganda. As days passed, their bond grew stronger, rooted in mutual respect, admiration, and the shared wonder of life around them. Their love blossomed much like the first delicate flowers of the spring, full of promise, renewal, and vibrant energy. From this sacred union, children were born, living symbols of their love. These children were meant to shape and nurture the world that was only beginning to take form, bringing life, hope, and continuity to the new era ahead.
As their children multiplied and spread across the land, what was once harmony soon gave way to chaos. The once peaceful home of Malakas and Maganda was now filled with noise, disobedience, and disorder. Children ran wild, ignoring guidance and stirring unrest. Frustrated and overwhelmed by the turmoil, Malakas, in a moment of anger, seized a stick and struck out at the children, hoping to restore order in the only way he knew.
Their children scattered around the world. Some hid around the island. Others hid in the fireplace and the cracks inside the walls. And the remaining children fled the island using their raft. Years have gone by. The children who hid in the fireplace got burned and became black man and woman. Those who hid inside the walls became slaves, and the ones that stayed in the island became Maharlika. Meanwhile, the children who fled the island using rafts became colonizers, where they returned with big boats ready to colonize the island. And that is how the story unfolds, revealing why different kinds of humans have come to exist across the world.